Today, I want to talk about a piece of advice I keep hearing online that makes me cringe every time. You should always contribute to a Roth IRA before a brokerage account. Spoiler alert. That advice is not always true, and it can actually hurt your financial future if you blindly follow it. Let's dive into why this advice is misleading and break it down with examples. First up, let's talk about tax brackets. If you're in a high tax bracket now and expect to be in a lower tax bracket in retirement, contributing to a traditional IRA or 401k might actually make more sense. Here's why. Traditional accounts give you an immediate tax deduction today, which means more money in your pocket now. You defer paying taxes until you withdraw during retirement, potentially at a lower tax rate. Roth IRAs are great, but paying taxes upfront in a high tax bracket isn't always smart. This one-size-fits-all advice just doesn't work here. Next, let's talk liquidity. Roth IRA contributions are flexible. You can withdraw them anytime without penalties. But the earnings are another story. If you need those funds before meeting the withdrawal conditions, you're hit with taxes and penalties. On the other hand, a brokerage account gives you the freedom to access your money whenever you want, no strings attached. If you're saving for short-term goals or need an emergency fund backup, a brokerage account is usually the better choice. Now, let's address something that people often forget. Roth IRA income limits. If you make too much money, you can't contribute directly to a Roth IRA. Sure, you can try a backdoor Roth IRA, but that's not always practical. It's complicated to set up. It might not make sense for your tax situation. Sometimes, the simpler and more effective route is to just invest in a brokerage account instead. Here's another critical point. Employer matches on your 401k. Before you even think about a Roth IRA or even a brokerage account, you should be contributing enough to your 401k to get the full match from your employer. Why? It's literally free money. Don't leave that on the table. Now, let's talk about investment strategy. If you're making high-risk, high-reward investments, like short-term trades or speculative stocks, a brokerage account gives you more flexibility. Why? You don't have to deal with withdrawal rules or penalties. You can sell whenever you want and just handle the short-term capital gains. For certain strategies, this flexibility makes the brokerage account a better fit. Lastly, let's address people who've already maxed out their tax-advantaged accounts like 401k, IRAs, and HSAs. If you've hit those limits, your next step is a brokerage account. No contribution limits, no withdrawal restrictions, full flexibility to invest however you want. A Roth IRA is great, but it's not always the best option when you've already maxed out your other accounts. So, here's the bottom line. There's no one-size-fits-all answer to investing. Anyone telling you to always choose a Roth IRA before a brokerage account doesn't understand the nuances of financial planning. Your decisions should depend on your tax bracket now versus retirement, your need for liquidity, your overall investment strategy and goals. If this video helped you cut through the noise and see the bigger picture, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more smart financial tips and drop a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I'd love to hear your take. Thanks for watching, and remember, financial freedom isn't about following cookie-cutter advice. It's about finding what works for you.